morning, everyone. Is anyone else pitching today that wants to come and check their slide deck before we get going? Cool. This is the order. So we've got Be Right, GameCim. Is GameCim here? Hey, how you doing? We've had one cancellation. Jeremiah. Cool. Sam's here. Muzi. Is Muzi here? Not yet. All right. We've got Faz. Nicola's here and Jordan's here. Okay, cool. So we'll get going in a moment once we just got the pull-up banners going, because we can't get a live stream happening until our sponsors are sorted. If you don't know, by the way, you can grab a free coffee outside at Jolly Zaz's. Tell them you're at Morning Startup. We've also got some food and everything at the back, thanks to Keep Space. So help yourself, and we'll get going in a minute. But get to know each other. You just turn to the person next to you if you haven't met before and just ask them what they're doing.
Who's comparing?
Yes.
Right, I'll just stand up and do mine.
Sure. We can all do it. We'll just share the mic. Why don't we do that? We'll do all three.
Do you want to do it?
Let's do all three. Come on, we haven't done all three before. You're up. Yes. Before we get going, I need my bag. Look at my phone is as still as a doornail.
I'll be trying
See if, do you have a spare mic by any chance? Like just for Dave if he wants to shout? Like
have two. Yeah, no, we'll pass around. That's cool. Too bad.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Got to get going. Got a lot to get through today.
Good morning. Oh, well, that was a lot.
Sit down, shut up. All right. Welcome to Morning Startup. My name is Scott Glue. This here.
Nina.
And?
Dave.
So Dave?
I've got a big voice. I can just shout. So
Yeah, it's one of those fine folks on the live stream, though. You've got to hold the mic up. We are all startup founders. We started Morning Startup 13 years ago to get people like yourselves all in the same room as often as possible so we could all network and learn from each other and find out all the shit that we're going through on a daily basis and help each other out. So if hopefully you're in that space, we've got a lot of pictures to get through today, so I'm sure most of you are.
It's exciting. I'm actually really excited about this. We are here, rain, hail, or shine, right? And it is raining like a lot outside, so I'm really happy that everybody's inside. Yeah.
All right. First thing, join Slack if you haven't already. So we've got a Slack community, which we're still trying to get off the ground. Like, not enough people are on there having conversations each day. So get on there, ask a question, anything you like. It's full of startup founders, and we're going to help you out. But to encourage people to get on it, I've put a list of all of the startups that are going to be pitching today. We have had one cancellation. Apparently, unfortunately, Taryn couldn't make it from StepAhead. But yeah, so what we're going to do is once we go through all the pictures, we've got some emojis down the bottom. Click on the appropriate emoji for the startup that you like. I think if we choose like your top three, like imagine you've got 150 grand and you're going to give 50 grand to three of these startups. That's kind of what you should be thinking about there. But yeah, let's get through has everyone scanned the QR code? Because it might take a minute to sort of join in the Slack group. If you're having any issues, let me know. Hopefully that invite code is still good. All right. Hang on. I've got to go back to the start. Belay. Look at that. Seamless. All right. But before we do, shameless plugs and announcements. If you're not pitching, is there anything you want to announce or tell the startup community about today?
Anyone? Want to share something?
Congratulations to those hands up who went to the +8 boot camp. Well done. So congratulations to everybody that's got through, and I look forward to seeing those companies develop over the next sort of 6 months. So yeah, it's a great day.
All right, a shameless plug.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Hi guys, I'm Brandon. I work at Bloom. It's an innovation hub for student entrepreneurs. If you like pitch nights like this, we have a big showcase on the 22nd of May at Bloom. You should be able to see it on the WA innovation calendar in the next couple of weeks. Come and see what the Bloom people are working on.
Fantastic. And you guys had like an AI accelerator? Is that the one?
We do, yeah.
Is that the pictures?
That's coming up. We're announcing the pitch night for that one in a couple of weeks as well. So just check all the Bloom socials. We got some cool events coming up.
That's going to be really
excellent. Cool. Any other shameless plugs, announcements, events coming up? Cool stuff? No? I forgot to put a slide in, but there is a cool event on the weekend, right? You're going to the AI Saturday thing?
Yes, there is an AI boot camp that's going to be held. It's like a conference / bunch of little talks, and it will be at Microsoft. I think it's going to be really fun. I will give a speech as well, and it's going to be all about how, I gave a lot of interactive speeches in the past where people text messages and then things like AI makes apps. So I'm going to talk about what actually goes wrong and what you should think about when you're building something like that. And I think we'll still do text messages, but it's going to be really fun. So if you're available, definitely.
So I guess just Google Microsoft AI Bootcamp or something, and that should direct you to the sign-up page. Cool. All right, let's move on. Founder Sundowner, first Wednesday of every month. Be there. If you're not a morning person, come along and have a drink with other startup founders.
It's lots of fun.
Everyone got the QR code? Cool. All right. Dave, do you want to tell us about Jitsi?
Yes, so thank you to Jitsi. They'll be here in a few weeks' time. Is it the next one or is it the one after that?
No, next one, 2 weeks'
the next
time.
one?
Yeah, Innovators of the Year 2025 launch. So We don't have the minister, unfortunately, but we've got his backup who's coming in to do an announcement. And the main thing is they're going to be talking about how to do a successful grant application.
All good. Yeah, it's no New Industries Fund. If you haven't seen it, the government's doing some great stuff. Innovator of the Year, I recommend that. If you are building something pretty cool, go in and register. All the way through to the Waves program that helped bring us the likes of Purpose and other investors are here in WA. But most importantly, check out wadealroom.co. If you've got a startup, you might find yourself on that with some pre-populated information. But thank you to the New Industries Fund and Jitsi for their supporting it. And they're also paying for the live stream as well. So anybody watching online, Jesse, hi in Melbourne, thank you very much.
Awesome. And live stream, thanks to the fantastic folks at perthvideo.com.au. If you need some live streaming, they are the best in town to get it done. Ammo.
Oh, it's all about marketing. If you need marketing, Ammo is your person. Yeah.
People. There's people in town.
Yeah.
Anything new at Ammo, Jack, that you want to talk about?
Podcast episode with Archer, so they're taking on the credit card.
Archer is on the Weird Growth podcast about credit card stuff.
Yeah, and just learning how to fail fast and move on when you're making mistakes and stuff. So it's a really good one about like solving your own problem first and then scaling it across businesses. There was also a really good tip in there around cold calling and like how to do outreach in your neighbourhood. So it's a good episode to check out. Yeah.
Fantastic. So grab your podcast player and subscribe to Weird Growth. Do it. Thank you to the fine folks at Ammo Marketing. And GameCim Group is Glenn not here. Boo, he's probably off enjoying himself on the school holidays. But they're a boutique recruitment company here in Perth. If you need talent or have talent and want to get a gig, hit them up. They've been helping out Morning Startup for a long time. And the food at the back, that's thanks to the guys at Keepspace. Jesse on the live stream if you're watching. So they've got a warehouse here in Perth and a warehouse in Melbourne. If you're in e-commerce and 3PL is an acronym that you know about and need to ship stuff around the world, get in touch with Keepspace.
It's very challenging, so they're really
you're
good.
In that game, right?
Yeah. It's just like a bunch of logistics. It's really not fun, so Keepspace is really cool.
I know you're early on, but are you using Keepspace?
Yes.
You are. There you go. All right. Those ventures, do you want to do the pitch on purpose? You've got a vested interest here.
I do, slightly biased. Who's looking for money? Investment. Then check out Purpose, purpose.ventures. Also, if you are looking to get investor ready, go back into the archives of the videos at perthvideo.com.au. Look at past events and scroll all the way through to, I think it's February the 28th, sort of last year, where Derek gave a great chat about getting ready for investor ready. So it's everything from how the investors look at you from the second you walk into their office, how you compose yourselves on the webcam. It's great. They are looking at you all the way through to say, can I invest in you? So go and check that out as well. But if you haven't got a coffee, thank you very much to Purpose and Derek and Josh and everybody else and Kylie at the team there and Marcus for the coffees. It's muchly appreciated and keeping us caffeinated.
Absolutely. If they're not funding your startup, at least they're funding your coffee today. Thank you very much, Purpose. All right. And these very supportive organisations, Space Cubed, if you didn't know, they own this place called Riff. They own a couple of places down St George's Terrace, co-working spaces. They also hold a range of programs and events. It's really helped the startup ecosystem in Perth blossom since 13 years ago when they started, same time as Morning Startup. Go figure. Make sure you subscribe to Startup News. Make sure you're a member of Startup WA. They're a body for lobbying to government for all that cool stuff that Jitsi is doing. And Plus 8 Accelerator. Make sure you're all around all of that and programs so they can help you become a better entrepreneur. Get around it. So this was put together by the fine folks at Mesh Points. We had a pitch there from Bloom. They can help you out with a range of things, but scan the QR code, chat with their little bot, and they can sort of guide you to the best program in WA for your particular startup. So if you're in ag tech or wherever, it will take you to the right program. You want to scan the QR code? All right. Move along.
Soon we'll have our own website, but for now, find us on LinkedIn, Morning Startup Meetup, and Slack.
Yeah, Probably LinkedIn is probably the most
Yeah.
active one, I think. Cool. But yeah, definitely get on the Slack channel. Slack. All right, this is the thing that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. Western Australia's Innovators of the Year launch 2025. So we did this last year. We had a panel. We had the minister coming in. It's a pretty huge event. Jitsi is sponsoring the food and the coffee and everything, so there'll be more of it. Get on the meetup page and RSVP if you haven't already, if you want to come along, because it will be one of those sellout ones.
Yeah.
While I send my sales guy to voicemail. Sorry, Mark, if you're watching on the live stream. But yeah, it's going to be good. So as I said, Fiona Wood is coming along. Lisa O'Malley, who's Parliamentary Secretary for Stephen Dawson, the Minister of Science and Innovation. She'll be doing a bit of an intro. And Anna Dixon, so she's from Blue Salt Consulting. She helps people submit grants for this kind of stuff all the time. So she's going to just go through what makes a successful application. So you can have a best chance of being WA's Innovator of the Year.
Oh, that sounds really fancy. Like, whoever gets that one.
It's going to be
cool.
All right. Who wants to do the dag joke?
Boom, boom. Wop, wop, as my kids would say.
Come on. Does anyone know the dad joke? Does anyone else want to do it?
No, formalities?
Formalities out of the way.
Too bad.
Okay, fine.
Right.
All right, let's get into it.
Startup.
Pitch your startup. So the purpose of today. Actually, Dave, do you want to take them through that? And I'll bring this back up.
So, obviously, when you're talking to whoever it is, really, if you're getting in a lift, going down, you're trying to explain your idea, you need to be able to pitch your idea well, simple enough as well, in a way that that person's going to understand. So, the more you pitch, the better you get. The more likely are you going to kind of not succeed, but you're going to, get your point across. So today we're doing some pitch practice. What we'll offer you is a scale between 1 and 5. 5 is you want just the brutal truth of your pitch, and 1 is, look, please just go soft on me. Okay, so just tell us what you want. I think the main thing, and we said this to all of the companies that came through, or the startups that came through the Plus 8 Accelerator, was you may get some advice today. It's a bit of feedback. It's based on and if you want the advice, let us know, because if you don't want the advice, we'll just keep quiet. But it's basically, if you want advice, the advice is based on Scott and I's and anybody else's view of watching you pitch here today, and it's on the information you've got. It's very much like opinions and advice are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. So don't take it too much to heart if you don't want to, but it's based on the fact that we've been doing this for many, many, many years, and have got the cuts, bruises and scar tissue to kind of possibly give that advice. So the way it's going to work is we're going to give you 3... Are we giving 3 minutes?
3 minutes. Hard 3 minutes. We're going to time it and we're going to clap you out. So if you're still going, tough luck.
Yep.
We're going to head into Q&A after that.
And it is important to try and the advice I would say is if you're not hitting that 3 minutes, you need to go away and work to get to that 3 minutes, because 3 minutes is the universal time for pitching. We'll then we'll clap you out. There's no, carrying on. It's going to be a brutal, hard stop. And then we're going to give you 2 minutes worth of Q&A, and we're going to go out into the audience and ask that Q&A. If you can keep your questions really short and sweet, that would be great. But and then when you're giving the reply, try and keep it short and sweet, because we're going to cut you off at 2 minutes again. Okay?
Yep. So I've only got 2 minutes for Q&A. We will run the mic around if anyone's got burning questions. But yeah, we want to hear from the people pitching, not you and your life story. So make it a short question. Yeah. All right.
So we got a question
Clear
there from Mr. Ahmad.
Sorry, just quickly, can we just set one ground rule? Questions are questions only, not opinions.
Yes. I like it. Yep. Got that, Dave? All right. So this is the order. We're starting with Aaron Scott from Be Right Agent. And let's just tuck in. So I'll better bring up your slide deck. Do you want to pop up here and I'll get your slide deck ready? In the meantime, please make him welcome, Aaron Scott from Be Right Agent.
Thanks very much.
Yes, who wants to time?
I will be timing.
You're timing? All right, you're the time. Nazi. Okay, there's your clicker. I'll get out of your way. David, count you in.
3, 2, 1.
Well, thank you very much. I'm Aaron Scott from Bright Agent. Let's get straight into it.
Bright Agent is an Australian-wide app-based service that helps homeowners save money when they're selling their property by getting real estate agents to lower their commission rates. I'll say that again because if there's one thing I'd like you to take away from the pitch this morning is that Bright Agent is an Australia-wide app-based service that helps homeowners save money when they're selling their property by getting the real estate agents to lower their commission rates. So why did we get into this? Well, in Australia there's about 700,000 real estate transactions every year, totalling over $600 billion. And if you take a market average of 2.5% commission over those transactions, that's an economy of $16 billion in commission rates that's paid out every year to facilitate that service. So if Bright Agent's able to lower the cost of those commissions in the order of 20%, that is to say taking the commission rate from 2.5% commission down to 2% commission, for example, we can save Australians over $3 billion in commissions every year. And we're uniquely placed to be able to do this too. So we have a first mover advantage in this space. We launched our Bright Agent app for iOS and Android in December 2023. We are the only PropTech service in Australia that actively helps people save money when they're selling. That is to say, we're more than just a comparison service. We actually get the agents to vie for the opportunity to represent your listing, and that's what helps them lower their commission rates. We've got over 100 app users to date, and it's absolutely free for the homeowners to use, and it operates as a subscription for the agents themselves, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a moment. The app itself, super simple to use. As the homeowner goes on there, enters some basic property information, that just stays within the app, it doesn't go public. The agents then are able to see that listing pop up in their subscribed area. They offer their commission rate, they can see what others are offering and make it really competitive as well and revise their offers. The homeowner gets a apples by apples comparison of all of those offers, and they're able to accept one and save money. So in terms of the service addressable market, there's around 20,000 full-time sales agents in Australia, and they each spend around $2,000 a month on personal marketing and brand attraction and trying to attract more leads, and that's the market we're trying to tap into there. And so we operate as a subscription service for the agents. They can select the number of postcodes, and we've got a revenue. Thank you. My pleasure.
It hurts. Okay, so 2 minutes on the clock for questions. Are there any questions?
Oh, 2 minutes is brutal.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, the incentive for buyers is clear for me, but the incentive for agents on there, like it seems like a race to the bottom for agents. Like, what's the incentive?
Absolutely is. Do you own a property?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, all right. So you absolutely want that race to the bottom for yourself, and as you pointed out. But in terms of agents, it's lead generation for them. It's being able to get leads pop in, be able to offer that service, and we operate at a price point that makes it a value attraction for the agent as well.
Question at the back here.
It's not always often about money. It's also about how I want to compare between agents, right? Do you offer that service within your app, or do you have to go out and look at real estate?
No, within the app. So once agents offer their commission rate, you can go on there. Each of the different agents, you can see in the sort of the coloured bar graph there, and click on the agent, have a look at them, what their profile is, what company they work for, how long have they been an agent, their licence number, and make sure all of that data is compared. But our point of difference or comparison is that we offer a value metric beyond just a simple agent comparison and how shiny their teeth are or something like that.
Any other questions?
How many agents have you spoken to see if they want it?
Over 100.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had one death threat, and the rest, that's serious, and the rest have been quite open to it because, as I said, it's a lead generation source for them, and we operate at a price point that makes it very competitive for them. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Applause.
Good job. Thank you very much. All right. Who we got next? We've got GameCim. Is GameCim here? Yep. All right. Right, so that's a PDF. I should be able to do that. All right, please make him welcome. Ahmad from GameCim.
Is there a clicker? Is it the clicker?
Yes.
Sweet. Sweet, awesome. Started? Cool. I want you to picture with me going to the cinemas to watch one of your favorite movies. You go to the counter, you get your favorite beverage, and as you're walking through the aisles to find your seat, you start to notice something slightly strange. There's no one at the cinema. It's a great movie, so you start to think, why is there no one at the cinema? The cinema's mostly empty. This is an experience that a lot of us have gone through, who've been to the cinemas recently. And this is a global phenomenon. In the US, cinema ticket sales have dropped by 40% since 2019. In China by 23%. And so cinemas internationally are struggling to attract people to their venues. And at the same time, in-person gaming events are on the rise. Pictured above is the 2024 League of Legends World Cup, an event that was fully streamed, yet thousands, in fact 20,000 people decided to show up in person to experience their favorite activity, gaming. Not from the comfort of their homes, but in person, to socialize, to interact, and to connect. So on the one hand, we have the cinema industry, a $40 billion industry that is struggling to attract people to its venues. And at the same time, an audience, the gaming audience, who's hungry for in-person gaming entertainment. So turning cinemas into gaming arenas is a massive opportunity, is a $5 billion opportunity waiting to be unlocked, and this is where GameCim comes in. GameCim, we're building video games and video game technology that are exclusive to cinemas. So audiences come in and they interact with game content on the big screen using just their smartphones as controllers without any extra hardware. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad. I'm a senior game developer and second-time founder, and I'm really passionate about the power of playing, connecting people, which is why I'm building GameCim. GameCim, what is it built on? It's built on two tech stacks. One is called Unity Dots, and the other one is called Netcode for Entities. These tech stacks enable incredibly ambitious video games to run on very modest hardware, your smartphones as controllers. And so this will enable us to create essentially games that are very ambitious for people, 50 people at a time or 100 people at a time in the cinema space. Across a range of genres, competitive and cooperative. So you might be playing with the person sitting next to you or against the person sitting next to you. And our traction so far, I've released a paid waitlist, and in the span of 3 days had 35 people join it. That's 35 people willing to put in money to be the first to experience in-person gaming entertainment in cinemas. So if you're interested to find out about it, feel free to join the paid waitlist. Excited to bring gaming to be in person and for it to be an interactive social experience rather than at home in front of your laptop. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have 2 minutes on the clock. Are there any questions?
Go for it.
Yeah, sorry. Cinemas, have you got cinemas on board like here in Perth already?
I have interviewed all the cinemas in Perth, and they essentially said, feel free to take our venues, because they're struggling. They don't have enough people showing up, essentially. So they're like, yeah, we'll charge you a flat rate, take our cinema, and just put it up, essentially. Yeah.
So, quick question. What is the cinema spec versus the phone? So am I playing on my phone, or am I like, just the phone, just the controller, and I'm playing on the big screen and see like the other screens as well? Or what is like the connection? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So your smartphone acts, so there's two things. Your smartphone is both a controller and a secondary screen. So depending on the game, you will essentially see the character that you're controlling on your smartphone. And then on the cinema screen, it will be the entire level that all the players are essentially participating in. But it depends on the game, essentially. But your smartphone acts as a controller and a screen as well.
Imagine there are 200 people in the cinema. How are you going to manage the timing between different games that they would like to play with each other?
Oh, as in like, So the idea is, you know how like when you go to the movie, you essentially see what movie's playing at what time? It will be essentially that. So it'll be like, this game is playing from this time to that time for an hour, and you buy a ticket to it, and then you show up instead of watching a movie. You will play the same video game that everyone's playing in the venue at the same time. And so, yeah, you will choose the game that you want to play prior to showing up, essentially.
Right. So my understanding is you're the game dev, so you're making your own like IP, and you're wanting people to buy the ticket for the game. But how do they get the context of what the game is prior to actually going in? Can they play it on their phone before, or
trailers is the way I'm imagining it would be. We are quite at early stages still, so we're building the MVP currently, the very first video game. But it would essentially, I imagine, would be like a trailer. Hopefully, go live / yeah.
Legend, thanks so much, Ahmad.
Thank you.
Okay, good on ya. Oh, I've got 2 mics somehow. Take that back. All right, who we got next? Nicely designed slide deck, by the way. All right, Jeremiah. So this is it's a no slide deck. Just going to raw dog it. Like your style. All right. Have I got something in the background that I can put up? That'll do. All right, please make him welcome Jeremiah.
Are we good?
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeremiah Bear. I'm the founder of Soulfit Life. So, let's do this. In the last 24 hours, how many people have seen a house by the show of hands? If you've seen a house, just raise your hand. Okay, perfect. If you've seen a gym, raise your hands. Exactly. So, we are creating a digital economy that enables users to exchange skills for services. Who are we targeting? Gyms. Why? Because if you look at the gym, you've got athletes, you've got engineers, IT developers, all under one roof, but there's no connection. There's over 200,000 gyms worldwide, and there's more than 185 million users that have gym memberships. The projection of the revenue or the current valuation of the fitness industry is $85 billion. And it's likely to increase in the next 5 years to over $125 billion, right? So we're creating a platform that enables users to exchange skills for services. The whole purpose is to have a one-stop shop for fitness. So you've obviously got wellness, you've got fitness, you've got health, so many untapped opportunities. So I'm the founder. I'm currently looking for an investment of $3 million that's going to go into the infrastructure, the marketing, the development, the deployment of this software. Do we have any questions?
That was quick. Yeah. There we go.
I'll make you run.
Go.
Can you tell me about the customer experience? So, what will the customer experience in your company?
That's a good question. So essentially, the customer experience is going to be heavily focused on efficiency. So if we are all users of this platform, if I'm good at the gym, what's your name? Jack. So Jack is good at graphic design. So Jack may not be able to afford my personal training services because it's $10,000 an hour. So how about for 5 personal training services, you offer me 5 graphic designs? So the whole purpose of what we're doing is create a centralized economy to have decentralized services, because we are eliminating fiat, because that's where the future is going.
Any other questions? Very much like a barter system.
So have you talked to people? Like when I go to gym, my mindset is I want to break away from my work life. So why would I want to speak about my skills in a gym?
That's a really good question. So I'm a fitness consultant working at Roactive in Corbin. So I've had a very long-going fitness experience. We started off with an apparel brand that had customized apparel, and then we did event hosting, so we'd run events, get people in. And the number one thing, the biggest problem in the fitness industry, and I stand to be corrected, is lack of motivation, because there's no connection. So why would you want to be in a space where you're not making progress, because a lot of people are actually donating money to the gym as opposed to actually getting the results. But community is what the gap is. So if you're in a space where you're going to the gym more than just for yourself, and it's not about the gym.
2 minutes. Who's up next?
Good on you, Jeremiah. Thanks for that. Okay, up next we've got G Propel. Where's Sam? Let's go. Whoop. Bit of a plug there. Okay, everyone, put your hands together for Sam. There you go. Oh, you're going which one to press? This one. So, back, forward, back. All right. Start what?
Yep. Hello, everybody. This is the first time I'm doing this one. Just bear with me for 5 minutes, yeah. 3 minutes. This is G-Propel. This is about technology where roads propel vehicle. That means the vehicle, inside the vehicle, we do not need any fuel, battery, or hydrogen, or anything. It is an empty shell of car propelled by the road. That is our technology. This is the latest new technology based on another existing technology, which is different thing. So basically, we are eliminating, like it is like a zero emission target, and towards the humanity. That's the first goal about us. That's why you can see a girl standing there saying that ban fossil fuels. That is our target, okay? This is not for herself. This is for the people who are sitting here. That is our target, what we are trying to achieve in this technology. Next. Everyone knows about the greenhouse emissions, what it is about, nothing much to explain. Vehicle energy efficiency, some people know it's more efficient. No, it's not like that actually. Even IC engine, it spends only 30% of its energy to propel the vehicle. All 70% goes as a waste because of the, heat, okay? Then, is there any solution right now for that IC engine? Yes. We got EV cars. That's what latest trend is. But EV car is having its own problem, okay? Battery is there. It is producing the battery. It got a lot of, energy waste. As well as charging is a big problem. Cost is we don't know which car to buy because it is, every day it is changing. And the range anxiety. Once my car hit less than 100 kilometers, I have to find a place. Oh, next I have to plan a lot. Then EVs are really heavy. This one, a lot of people are missing because every EV have half a ton of battery weight. We are carrying the battery weight and spending the energy. That means less efficiency. These are all the core problem in the EV industry. Next, is there any other option for this pollution and the zero emission problem? Yes, this is one of the options, WPT, which is helping the EV to charge as it go, okay? There is one technology like this. This one is too expensive, but it is prospering. What they are doing is actually they are planting hundreds and thousands of induction coil along the road, and the car goes on top of that. It charges as it go. It's called charge as it go. It's called WPT technology. After seeing this, it looks really crazy for me because you're digging in the middle of the road, installing this one, and you're spending this much of money. That's where it started with me. What this company is prospering means, why don't we do yourself with some new technology, with my engineering idea? Okay, that's where I am. My name is Sam Saravanan. I am an engineer having 30 years of experience in the energy industry, okay? And about myself, I'm a daydreamer.
Woo! So Sam.
I'm not even
going to got there. All right, questions?
I just want to be clear, I get no pleasure from doing that.
We all know that's a lie. Any questions?
How does the technology work?
Use the mic. Cheers.
It is based on the induction, like your phone, you are doing that on top of that. So induction as well as the EMF force. It is completely new way of the fundamental itself I have changed. No one ever did before, okay? It is not only charge as it go, it use as it go. So you find it's like switching on your fan, okay? So it use instantly and it push your car. So the car is required nothing. Actually, only one. It's called a retrofit. It has a $500 worth of retrofit. If you attach to your own car, current car also, it works. So it is adaptability also is really good. So no need to wait 2050. We can achieve zero emission before that also with our technology. Yep.
What are the infrastructure costs to the current roads?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. The thing is, we are not going to dig like WPT, the other technology, okay? We are going to install a pipe. Inside the pipe, we are going to have a lot of things, what is going to happen. So the construction-wise, because I am from the energy industry, I am a construction guy, I know how to install it more cheaper, optimum way, without time. That means actually as soon as possible, the quicker way it is. So we are coming with some options with a very good thing, yeah. That's a good one. That's what people are after, It's an electrical road, means people are thinking you can walk or not? No, it's a normal road. Yep.
While I get over there, why isn't Elon doing this?
He doesn't know that. If he knows, then it's a problem. Yeah, Matt.
Would this possibly be something that could sort of be used for personal electric transportation, maybe as well?
The thing is, this is a start, okay? You can say Kwinana Freeway, if you install that one, say 2 months, you can install the entire line of pipe, okay? The government can give the e-kit to every house, like a subsidiary. It's only $500, okay? And that road, they can use like a zero emission. This is a zero emission road, okay? We can come with that type of solution. It's a really massive solution. We are like it's a $3.1 trillion worth of market, okay? We are after. We have to start somewhere. First from like a yard area, and then ports, and then, yeah, we got a plan, yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Sam. We're going to move on. Big idea, big project, shooting for the stars. I like it. Sorry for not getting that full screen too. What went on there? All right, Lindsay unfortunately can't make it. I just got his text message. So that means we are on to Confidence AI from Faz. Let's get going. I'll make that full screen. All right, where's your clicker? Where'd the clicker go? Oh, there it is. All right, please make him welcome Faz from Confidence AI.
Hey, everyone. Have you ever walked in a room knowing you had the skill, the experience, and the passion, but somehow you didn't land, you didn't connect, you didn't leave the impact you knew you could? Like you were there but not seen. In high-stakes situations, confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a signal. And when that signal is missing, even the most qualified, the most accomplished get rejected. I got rejected again and again. Growing up, invisibility was my favorite superpower until I became invisible. When I moved to Australia, I brought top academic credentials and 10 years of leadership experience. But none of that mattered. The credentials that I've built over years and years were worthless in this market because in every job interview, I was asked the same question. Do you have local experience? That crushed me. I spiraled into self-doubt. Failure after failure made me realize that I was blind to how I was showing up. My anger and my frustration was reflecting in my body language. I tried paid coaching, but things began to change when I started experimenting with AI for self-awareness. I used AI to assess my blind spots, calibrate my expressions, and train my muscle memory for those high-stake conversations. And when I made those shifts, everything changed. Not only I landed a senior role, but more importantly, I reclaimed my confidence. That's why I've built Confidence AI, a confidence training app or a fitness app for job seekers, from fresh grads to seasoned professionals. And it's not the personal coaching that you have to schedule. It's personalized feedback in your pocket, ready when you are. It's backed by science. More and more scientific data is showing that AI coaching improves communication skills faster than traditional coaching. And very soon, Confidence AI will not just be for job interviews, it will be for helping you land your negotiation deal or pitch an idea or rock any stage. And that's my mission, to democratize confidence for everyone in any situation. So next time, when you are preparing for your high-stake conversations, don't just rehearse what you will say, train how you will show up. Confidence AI, train your presence. Thank you.
That was really good. Really interesting as well. Any questions? I feel like there are questions. Yes, there must be.
Curious about your own, I don't know if I can actually ask this, but curious about your own take about the difference between confidence and genuineness, I guess, being genuine. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know if, yeah.
You have to be balanced there. There are opinions of fake it till you make it, and there are opinions of be genuine, right? So you have to be right in the center, depending on where you are. So, but you have to train your muscle memory for either of the situations.
Hi, thanks. Did you create your own LLM, or do you use OpenAI or DeepSeek?
For facial analysis, we are using our own because it's native to the app. But for tonal analysis and for speech analysis, text analysis, we have APIs for ChatGPT APIs. Yeah.
And what revenue models do you have in place?
Right now, it's offering daily because it's about building the brand itself. I want to expand to other avenues. So right now, it offers free daily free training credits, but you can pay one-off fee as well for unlimited access.
Did you use fine-tuning for the models, or did you just use out-of-box GPT?
Right now, it's out of the box. Because we have experimented with it, with RAG model, but out of the box, ChatGPT latest models work very well.
Yeah, they're good. Any more questions? Very good. I'm really excited about that app.
Any more questions? Good. Well done.
You want your fuzz? Have you dealt with hallucinations in the app before? And someone telling you that you're a bad candidate? That'll make it a more realistic interview, wouldn't it? All right, Nicola, you are up. So let me see if I can sort. Does that go full screen? Yay! All right, please make her welcome Nicola from Tempo.
Good morning. Hi everyone. I'm just going to check in the room who has all seen a healthcare professional at some point in their life. A nurse, a doctor, an OT, a physio. Yeah, everyone. So everybody knows how important the healthcare system is in Australia. At the minute, we've got a global shortage of staff. Right now in Australia, we are short 100,000 nurses. That's a lot of nurses to be short in a hospital environment. Globally, the World Health Organization reckon that in the next 5 years, we're going to be short 11 million healthcare professionals. What's happening to them? Where are they going? What's happening is they're burning out, there's lack of flexibility in the workforce, and people are becoming parents, and when they become parents, the school times and the shifts just don't match up. What people tend to use in the healthcare environment is healthcare agencies. And in 2023, the aged care system alone, so this is residential aged care facilities, we're spending $3 million a day in Australia on agency staff to cover those shortages. Or they offer staff overtime, which then leads to burnout. So we're stuck in a really tricky situation. For me, I was a registered nurse. I've been working in healthcare for 28 years. I was very close to burnout during the pandemic, working as a clinical nurse manager in a residential care home. I decided to start my own business, just a one-man band, and accidentally became an entrepreneur. I started looking for 5 or 6 clients, and my first customer gave me 250. So I had to find nurses. And I found the best way to do that was find self-employed nurses that wanted to work school hours, so they wanted to drop their kids at school, pick them up, go to the Easter bonnet parade and work around their school and their family lives. So that's been going now for 3.5 years, and in the first 2 years we generated a revenue of just over $1 million. So it grew very quickly in Western Australia, just in the home care sector. And then I thought to myself, how can I make this more nationally? I started having physios, OTs, dietitians asking me, can we use your service? Can we come and work flexible hours rather than leaving the profession? So that's where Tempo came along. So it's instant access to self-employed, gig economy, freelance healthcare professionals online in an instant. You can look at their credentials and see what qualifications and skills they've got, and a hospital or care home or home care provider can pick that staff member, negotiate the pay. It cuts out the middleman, so therefore it's a more cost-effective solution. This is the app. It can be used on your mobile phone or laptop. An example is an agency. Oh, you can see the numbers.
That's amazing. Any questions? I feel like we have questions. Yes? No questions?
No questions?
I feel like
wow.
So you mentioned a few things that makes nurses go away, and another thing, especially in places like Australia, is location. So in most places, even in other countries, cities have mostly enough nurses, whereas regional areas have almost none.
Yeah.
Do you cater to regional? What is your thought on that?
We're starting off in metro areas, but it's definitely something we're looking into. We're looking at perhaps doing like a healthcare passport, where nurses who travel around regional areas get a bonus at the end of it. So that's something that's coming in the future. Yeah.
Nicola, is there any upskilling, or how does the healthcare professional sort of maintain the currency of their skills if they're not working in a regular hospital environment? Is there?
Yeah, so nurses who are APRA registered have to complete 20 hours every year mandatory training. So whether they're self-employed or not, they've got to do that education and training anyway. We are looking in the future to incorporate a possible registered training organisation where we can provide those services at a discounted cost as well. Yeah.
How do you qualify? Like, for me, I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for some service like that. Who's the customer in this sort of sense?
So the customer is the hospital, the residential aged care facilities and home care providers, GP surgeries, who are looking for a nurse to fill that gap. They put an advert on the app and it will be picked up by multiple nurses, and then the home care provider hospital can then pick which one is more suitable for their job role.
So it's more like a B2B rather than...
Yeah, it's B2B marketplace.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Uber for healthcare.
Yeah.
Awesome. Another track.
What do you need? What's your ask?
Not money. I'm completely bootstrapped, but what I do need is more healthcare organisations. So I'm looking for residential aged care and hospitals to come and trial the app. We've got home care providers and NDIS ones on board, but we're looking for residential aged care and hospitals to come on board and trial it as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Nicola. Good job. All right. Let's leave that there. Okay, I think we're getting to the pointy end. We've got Iconic AI. Jordan, come on up. And let's go full. All right. Put your hands together for Jordan. Last pitch of the day. If you want to use that. I will.
So just right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So as a developer, at any point in day, I usually have between 30 to 40 different apps open. Messaging apps, emails, calendars, productivity tools, dev tools, each of them with their own isolated data set. Now this fragmentation is cumbersome. Not only does it burn time, it essentially limits my ability to leverage the valuable connections between my information. So Iconic is a single AI-powered interface that allows you to bring all your information into one place. No more juggling many apps. Essentially, you have a place that is connected to all your apps. It's organised for you in real time. this is where I forget my slides. So Iconic is built on, Iconic, or what we actually call this is your intelligence feed. Okay, essentially all your information be given to you in real time. Jeez. Okay, so behind the scenes what we have is highly personalized AI that is connecting the dots between all your information. It proactively identifies insights and actionable intelligence that can save you time and simplify and increase your effectiveness. Now, not only does Iconic aim to extend data and AI capabilities for the individual, we can also apply this to collaborative spaces. And we can do this, and this becomes quite powerful, because when we start to apply this technology to collaborative spaces, we actually are able to create a level of optimization that we couldn't reach before. And to give you an example, I'll draw your attention to two technologies. Okay, so the first one is personal graph neural networks. And so what we're doing here is this is a neural network that is built on your own personal information. Okay, and it forms the backbone of your personal AI experience. Now, if we apply that to an individual, we can also apply that to a team. If we apply that to a team, we can actually apply that to an enterprise or a supply chain. So it becomes quite powerful in terms of what it can provide in terms of valuable inference in real time. Now, the second technology is what we call massive graph or massive neurograph synchronization engine, which we call M&Ms. Now, this is actually the same technology that's used by platforms like Figma that do online collaboration or massive multiplayer online games. Okay, but in our case, what we've done is we've retasked it specifically for the purpose of synchronizing massive graph structures across many actors of different roles. Okay, and it turns out that this is actually a very valuable problem to solve. Okay, essentially, I've talked about the online real-time collaborative intelligence. We can also apply that to next-gen digital twins. We can apply that to intelligent markets.
That's exciting.
2 minutes on the clock for questions.
Yes. It's exciting.
I love this idea. It's something which, like, I would definitely use. I'm so sick of just having to go through so many apps as a dev myself. One thing which I was thinking is I wonder how you handle sort of context. For instance, like if I'm writing an email, my tone, everything is a lot different from if I'm just writing a text or firing off a text. Is there some way of tracking that in your app?
So it's quite dynamic at the moment. So I've solved this for myself, and the idea to productify this for other people. But essentially, anything you can capture inside the neural network based on your information can be expanded on in other contexts. So if you've got a particular way of working for a business, you might have certain operations and processes and ways of behaving. For that, if you've got certain ways of communicating with family, for example, it could also capture that as well. So it's actually just about the amount of information you can provide the model.
You need testers? Do you need testers? Any more questions?
Are you going to target a particular niche to get started?
To be honest, developers is where I'm starting because that's what I am. I do recognise that there is probably quite a lot of applications, a lot of different industries. I don't have a foot in most of them, so it's more a case of where the market will take us at the moment. It's a very agnostic technology that can be applied in a number of use cases.
Question for myself. What's your moat? And when we hear about the question moat, it's like, how defendable is this from being copied?
Well, that's actually an interesting question because we're making it open source. So we're actually giving away a lot of the code base. That fits in line with, first of all, our business ethos, but also what we hope it to be in the next, let's say, 5 or 10 years' time. So defendable, I actually would encourage competition to jump on board because we're actually giving away a lot of this for free.
Cool. That is 2 minutes. Yeah. So where's Jack gone? He's buggered off.
Sure. Jack. Oh, by the way, housekeeping. We always forget to do this. Toilets are down this corridor here. If anyone needs that, all there's new ones down the side, but I think you need a swipey key.
So,
Random announcement of the day. Okay, cool.
that concludes.
Thank you, everyone that pitched. Well done. Good job.
Here he is. He's coming here, but before he comes in, Jack said about opinions, not questions. But I kind of disagree a little bit because I think sometimes, even though someone's going to give an opinion, it's based on, if no one's going to give you that feedback, you're never going to go and challenge it, right? So that's, as going through many of the accelerators here in Perth and nationally, is that you will get opinions come across, and I think you need to be able to take those on board. The one feedback I would give you from here today, a lot of you, we haven't given you individual stuff, but I never saw one that had a competitor slide. Was that true? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did anyone have a competitor slide? No?
Did, but you didn't get to it.
You never got to it. So your feedback would be you need to get on time, keep to time, competitor slide, your competitiveness, what's your moat? Because if you're looking for investment, they're all looking at it going, we've all got this virtual $100,000. Like, I'm not going to invest unless I can see something that's defendable, that's going to go forwards, and you couldn't be copied very easily.
And for me, it's just like, what's the time to the aha moment where I get it, you know? So services for the gym. Jeremiah, are you still here? Yeah. So just my bit of feedback on that was exchanging services for skills or skills for services or something, but you're specifically in gyms, right, for health. So mention that in that blurb, because otherwise I'm thinking, are you helping me find a home handyman, or maybe you are? I don't know. Or maybe that's the vision, but like start with a real example of, you know, this is a gym owner and they've got this problem. That just frames it a lot better.
There are two schools when pitching. I would recommend for those. One thing we didn't see today is that we only, I think, saw one, which was the classic. Here's the problem. Here's the solution. Here's the team. Here's the business model. Here's the competition. Here's my forecast. Here's the team. Here's the end. Right? It should be no more than sort of 11 slides. And the reason it's done in that order is because it kind of works. And it's been tried and tested. The other way, I recommend if you want to go and look at pitching, is to go look at the Y Combinator way of pitching. It is very different. But you can go and Google Y Combinator pitch day, and you'll just see the way that they pitch is slightly different. Here in Australia, we generally do the whole problem, solution, you know, so on and so forth through. So definitely go and adjust your pitch decks to see that model. And also, a lot of you run out of time because you're trying to put too much emotion and story into your pitch deck, and often you'll lose your audience because they're going, I'm going to watch 10 pitches today, or however many we've just watched, and I need to just get to the point as fast as possible to go, is this going to be of interest? And the whole reason you have a pitch is not to tell your life story or the pitch, it's literally just to have a conversation afterwards. So out of all the people here, there's probably only two I'm going to go and talk to afterwards, because the rest of you kind of lost me a little bit. And I think that's what you're doing. The whole reason the pitch is literally just to get that second conversation. And if you don't do that, then you need to change your pitch.
I mean, concentrating on emotion and getting that over is important. I think you need to have some sort of story, but yeah, make it short. Don't spend half the deck doing it. All right. Well, get onto Slack if you're not already, and let's look at the results. Has everyone voted? Anyone not voted?
No.
You haven't voted? Get on, Dave. Either have I, to be honest. I'll do that later. Also, just get on Slack and comment. If you've got some of the founders that you want to get in touch with and ask them further questions or give them feedback, jump on Slack and let's get the conversation going. It looks like right now we've got the confidence AI taking it out with Faz. Well done. Woo! Nice job. All right, mastering job interviews and high-stake conversations. Oh, wait, what? Okay, come on. Okay. Nicola's now neck and neck. Oh, we got a couple in line for second place as well with Be Right Agent. And how many of you just have your friends and you just texted them saying get on Slack and vote for me, vote for me? All right, cool, come on, give it a couple more minutes. No, okay, well, we got 2 winners and 2 second places. Oh, no, clear winner. What's going on, Nicola? What's going on? Good job.
Yes.
And James, GameCim has just pumped up to second place.
So we got who? We got Tempo, followed by number 6, which is GameCim.
Nice work. Good job.
That's really interesting because of the presentations, you maybe notice that those particular presentations, yours, you need to go a little bit more into your little bit more into the traditional deck, but again, yours was very much, you can see you did some training on how you do your slide decks as well. So
fantastic. Well, I think that's
followed by
a clear
be right, and then
all right, we might just continue monitoring this throughout the day.
Sure.
And,
I think we should park it, and we'll announce it at the next one.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
In fact, that's a good excuse to get some numbers. So if you want to gamify the hell out of this, go on in 2 weeks' time. You should tell your friends to join the Slack channel. We'll get some numbers on the Slack channel and get them to vote, and we'll come back in 2 weeks. And
I guess that's an indication of hustle, right?
Yeah.
No, why not? Sweet. Well, look, we'll get off the stage and let you guys meet each other and enjoy the food, enjoy the coffee. And if you've got any feedback for anyone that pitched today, please come and have a chat with them and let them know. Hopefully, you all got something out of that. So when you do go for the big pitch in front of a Purpose Ventures or whoever it might be, you're a little bit more prepared. So thank you so much for participating, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for the Innovators of the Year launch. Hope to see you then. Thanks very much.
Bye.
I